The MTA is one of the biggest agencies in the United States, with nearly 1.9 billion people taking it annually via commuter rail, subway, and buses, with each system having their own system and rules. In today's video, we're going on how the MTA bus system works. Before starting, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't so. Doing so helps the channel grow and more content like this can be made. With that out of the way, let's begin. The MTA stands for Metropolitan Transit Authority and is a public benefit corporation in the United States. The agency was established on March 1st, 1965 by New York State. The main purpose of the establishment of the agency was buying or inheriting private transit companies, including private buses. In present times, the MTA operates and is in charge of 7 different agencies all over New York City. On March 19, 1962, MTABusCapture, which stands for Manhattan and Bronx Surface Transit Operating Authority, was created by the City of New York. The reason for the establishment was to take over Fifth Avenue Coach Line and Surface Transit Inc. due to financial aid from both companies. MTABusCapture was supposed to be a temporary thing and never a permanent thing. The whole purpose of MTABusCapture was the city running the routes and buses until being resold to the original companies. When the MTA was established in 1968, MTABusCapture was taken over and was kept as a division. The last private bus company to join MTABusCapture was Avenue B and East Broadway in the 1980s. In present day, 7 active bus depots are a part of MTABusCapture, which are Michael J. Quill, Manhattanville, Mother Clara, Tuskegee Airmen, Kingsbridge, Gun Hill, and West Farms. The system has approximately 5 main types of bus service throughout the city. Local are colored dark blue and would stop at every stop on the route. Limited service or a skip stop service that would skip a few local bus stops. This service are colored purple. Select bus service is a fast and reliable service that was introduced in 2009. Before getting on the bus, you would pay at a MetroCard lookalike machine and pay your fare at one of these. These buses primarily use 60-foot buses with few routes that operate with 40 feet. The colors of this service are light and dark blue with gold. Express buses are routes that get you from point A to Manhattan using 45 feet coach buses. This service is more expensive compared to the other service mentioned. The colors of this service are dark green. Rush service is very similar to limited and local service. Service was introduced in the QueensBus redesign in 2025. In this service, sections of a route would run local until getting into a specific spot where it turns into a limited service. The main purpose of the service was getting to a transfer point faster. This service is the same color as limited, but to spot the difference, look for the word rush in a vertical way next to the route number. The system has a huge fleet of buses and revenue service. There is 5 big name companies running the system in 2026, which is Orion Bus Industries, Motor Coach Industry, New Flyer, Nova Bus, and Prevost. These companies run the street of New York City from point A to point B. Orion Bus Industries would be phased out completely after the industry stopped making new buses after the closure of the manufacturer. The number will go back down to 4 after the retirement of the Orion EPA-10 third generation buses. The MTA Bus Division is the latest expansion in the MTA Regional Bus Operation name. Before MTA Bus was established in late 2004 to early 2005, there were 7 private bus companies still running in the city. These 7 private bus companies are Liberty Lines Express, present-day Yonkers Depot, Queens Surface Corporation, present-day College Point Depot, New York Bus Service, present-day Eastchester Depot, Command Bus, present-day Spring Creek Depot, Green Line, present-day JFK and Far Rockaway Depot, Jamaica Bus Inc., present-day Paisley Park Depot, and lastly, Triborough Coach, present-day LaGuardia Depot. These depots are now under the MTA Bus Company name and a part of Regional Bus Operation. Eastchester Scrapyard is located across the street of Eastchester Depot. The yard holds decommissioned equipment, equipment on legal hold, and storage purposes. When a bus is said to be decommissioned, The scrapping program would take anything salvaged from the unit. This includes engine components, oil, and fuel. Once the process is complete, the vehicle would be sent to the yard until transported to a scrapyard. Omni was introduced in 2019 as a new form of payment. You can tap by using your debit card or an Omni card. It's very similar to its predecessor, the Metro card. In 2026, the Omni card officially retired the famous Metro card from service. All agencies that use the Metro card now uses Omni. There is 27 active bus depots around New York City. With this many, logos have been created to identify each depot. Many of these designs have a unique look to them. One perfect example is Paisley Park Depot. These 3 circles represents the color of former Jamaica Bus Inc. The American flag represents the decals these buses had on its rear and side. The park in the background color represents Paisley Park Pond, which is located near the depot. And lastly, the Orion Old Gen. This model was the first ordered to be delivered under the MTA Bus Company name. Zarega is a training facility and a central maintenance facility. If you're planning on becoming a bus operator or a mechanic, your first stop will be Zarega. The facility is located on 745 Zarega Avenue in the Bronx and was built in 2000. In 2002, the depot was used to overhaul their buses. Before the MTA buys a bulk of units, the agency tests out demonstrator units to see if the vehicle runs properly and officially on New York City streets. A good example is the Novabus LFSA. These buses were tested out in early 2009 under 126th Street and Gun Hill. The unit was numbered 0054 and eventually passed the testing phase. The following year, the LFSA were ordered. Before I end the video, I want to credit the following people for pictures and videos. Thank you again, and I'll see you again in the next video.